Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today is not a gameplay video. Today is a let's chat about something video, and let's get my thoughts out on video, I guess, because that's what we're doing. But we are here to talk about Octagram units. So, as you can see, I have 207 emblems now, which means that I could buy out the shop. I could buy Ramras. I could buy Guy. I could buy 2 shards and put them all into Milim. All are very possible things. However, should I? And based on the pattern that we have seen, what can we expect from future units? Because, as they have already announced, that you may or may not be aware of, they have confirmed a unit for the end of this month, the month of April. And then there's going to be possibly a long hiatus until the next unit, which we saw happen, between Ramras and Guy, because Ramras dropped on December 28th, and then Guy didn't show up until March 30th, which I have this handy dandy thing right here. So Space Milim technically was in the game since release. However, we didn't have the shop for her, and we couldn't actually get enough emblems to buy her until the 27th, because I went and checked, and that is when I did my live stream and I purchased her on stream. But then that same day, the 27th, they also dropped the information about Ramras saying she'll be available the next day. So they essentially came out at the same time, and we were able to purchase one or the other. And then we went 3 months until the next Octagram unit. And that was Guy, who, if you haven't seen my showcase on him, I'm not a fan. Milim, great DPS. Ramras, great healer. Guy, great stunner? Question mark? His kit confuses me. The triple orb change is cool. The 100% stun, I guess, is cool, and you can make the case that he will help out, newer players to beat Master and Expert conquests. But if you play the game for 2 months, which is about how long it takes to get 100 emblems, do you need Guy? Like at 2 months, are you still trying to beat Master Conquest? I don't know. So if you're a new player that started 2 months ago, are you able to beat at least Expert or Master Conquest without Guy? Can you use Alice for the stun? Did you get super lucky in all your banners and you can just out DPS a lot of the conquests now, and then you can at least parallel process that one stage to get the silver hammers to level up your other gear? I honestly don't know, because it's been a long time. And that's, a very whaley thing to say about it, but it's true. I don't know the power level of a new player who is trying to beat these conquests for the first time. I don't know if it's worth it to save up all these emblems and buy Guy for his 100% stun, if that will actually help you, because you're like 99% guaranteed to pull one Alice on your first 10 pull, on your first multi from the tutorial. Like, the chances are quite high. She's a 3-star unit, you get one guaranteed 5-star in that multi, and everything else is either 4 stars or 3 stars. So the chances of you pulling Alice on your first multi that's free, quite high. Yes, it's a 30% chance. Can you live with that 30% chance? I did. All the day one players, and all the players who, have played up until now before Guy was even a thing, we all survived off that 30% chance. And so it is entirely possible. But do you want to? That's a different question. Do you want to not worry about 30%, save up your emblems, and instead of buying Space Milim or Wind Ramras, you want to buy Guy for that 100% guaranteed to get you through those, 7 stages where you can stun, because you can't stun anywhere else after that because they're immune? Again, that's your call. 100% your call. If that's going to help you more than buying Ramras or Milim, go for it, because they're your emblems. It's your game. You play it how you want to play it. But my recommendation is do not touch this man. Do not buy him unless somewhere down the line an event comes out where you like have to stun someone 100%. Like even if like the big sweaty tryhard whales, we have to stun someone for one turn to live, then this he might become more relevant. But we don't have that stage yet, so I don't think he's relevant. Wind Romorus, my boy T-Virus bought Romorus and did a few showcases on her because I had never seen any gameplay for Romorus. So, I was talking to him in DMs, and he was like, I'm going to buy her, and I'm going to do some showcases for you so you can see. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, do that, and then I'll check her out. And she performed quite well in EX Charybdis, even with his team that was, not 6 stars, not like 6-star gear, not fully duped. It's like, it's not an optimized team for like a whale box like mine, but he was still able to beat it, I believe, with 3 stars. I'll link the video down in the description, which is really surprising because, her heal is just so powerful. 60%, the biggest heal in the game. 55 points, yes, but I mean, you're keeping your entire team alive. And then, that 15% damage or wind boost damage is not the highest thing in the world, but it is extra free damage. And so if you can put that on Hakuro and get a few other different buffs on Hakuro, because it will combine with, Space Rimuru's attack and Wind Milim's alt boost, and then you put the 15% extra damage on top of that with the wind boost, and then you can put some pierce on there or some crit from Fire Milim, and you're going to look really good. So Romorus is a very good unit, I think, for most players to pick up, because in the early stages of the game, when your health pool is not high, your gear is not great, healing is a little bit more important because you don't have the dupes and the DPS to kill things super quick. So your fights are going to take longer, your units are going to take more damage. So Romorus's heal and her wind boost, if you have a decent wind team, is really, really nice. And then Space Milim is Space Milim. So I can't... 15 points for, guaranteed pierce and pierce power, and then her secondary skill for like a crit chance, and then guard penetration. I don't find myself using that much, because if I'm gonna do crit, I'll probably just bring Fire Milim. Or I'll bring Hakuro for his 30%, yes, 10% less chance for the crit, but he also lowers defense, so it has, an additional thing. And I don't find myself fighting bosses where I need to pierce their guard that much, because I'll just wait them out until they drop the guard. But a very strong, and she is currently the only single target DPS of these 3 units. Romorus is AoE, Gaia is AoE, Milim is single target. And the space meta is still a month away, which means that Milim will only get better based on the units that they drop in a month. So Milim also very, very good unit to pick. But if we take a look at this, Milim 27th, Romorus 28th. We had 100 emblems at that time, because that was the first time that Jubilee dropped, was when Milim came out, and we were able to get those last emblems to actually buy one of these units. And then 3 months went by, and then on March 30th, I believe the total count was 260 when he dropped. So I mean, we jumped up 160 emblem points in between these months, and then we have the unit coming in April, and if we can trend, we're seeing we're kind of jumping at about 60 or so emblems every month or so, give or take. I know that they've implemented like the 1 emblem per week in the ISIS shop, and then there's Jubilees, there's the milestone rewards for like the meta events. There's other ways to get emblems now, so the 60 per month may increase now, but this is just going on that assumption that that 60 is the standard. And so if we wait another 2-3 months, so then we'll put us at July and August for the next 2, assuming that they come in batches of 2, because these came in batches of 2, kind of. And then November and December, which is, a year from when Space Milim originally released and Romorus released, and that's all 8 units. But what should you do? if you were like me and you have 200 emblems and you've purchased one already, should you buy these two? Should you wait until the end of the month when whoever this is comes out? Because maybe this April unit will be Leon. I mean, they've already proven that they're not afraid to make the same typing of the same unit in the same meta, because that's what Guy is. We had the AoE alt booster guy, and now we have an AoE Octagram guy, both fire typing, and so the possibility of this April unit being Leon and also being light is higher than I would like it to be. I think that this was a wasted opportunity. I think he should have been dark, but it is what it is. And I believe they're following a pattern now. I mean, they didn't drop Milim as a dark unit. But Romers came out in the middle at the end of the wind meta. And then Guy comes out in March, technically, but Fire Guy dropped. But we are now, between these two units, it's not really enough to establish a full-on pattern, but they're going in order. So wind meta came, and then the fire meta came, and then the light meta came. So, if the April unit is going to hold true to that, and it's going to be the next meta that followed in order, then this will be light. And it will be a Demon Lord on the Octagram table. So, it could be Leon, it could be Valentine, but we already have those leaks saying that Valentine's going to be a summonable unit sometime soon. I don't know if she's going to be, in 4 or 5 days from now? 4 days from now? Or if she's going to be in 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, on the 28th, at the 6-month anniversary of this game. I don't know. I honestly don't know. We've only seen that ticket pack. I don't know if it's in there because it's trying to tease the data miners, it's trying to tease us because we look at it and we speculate on it, or if that's legitimate. I don't know why they would drop her ticket pack in early without any other details, but it is what it is. So, possibly Leon, possibly light meta, late April, most likely the 26th or 28th, because the 26th is the Tuesday, when content normally drops. Could be Thursday the 28th, because that's when content used to drop, was on Thursday nights. Right now, for the past month or so, they've been going on Tuesdays, so they could hold to that, but as we have seen, they could switch up their update days, at a whim. So, tentatively, I'm thinking Tuesday the 26th, because I believe that's right before the meta stops, and the next meta begins, which will be space. And there's no choice. It has to be space. We've gone through everything else. But then we have the 3 months, and then you'll have, a lot of time to build up extra emblems. So these numbers right here is if you had not spent anything, right? If you had not spent a single emblem. So 100, 100, 260, 320, 480, 540, 700, 760. So you'd still be short 40 emblems by the time December rolls around to buy everyone. But I think this is actually a good strategy, because you're missing out on one unit. And if you don't like them, you don't have to buy them, which means then you'll have a surplus for whatever comes next, and you can start buying the shards to level up your favorite one. I personally am going to probably, depending on the kit, pick up the April unit, and then buy Romulus. Because I know that I'll have enough time between now and probably July to buy the next unit, and then buy the unit after that, and then I've got even more time. So it's not like there's a crunch. And it's not like you have to buy these units either. I've gone this long without Romulus. I don't need Romulus. She'd be really cool, but I don't need her. Milim, my space team, the space is, the meta hasn't come yet, so she was kind of required, because she's the only, big-time single-target DPS. Guy is not necessary. So, looking at this tentative calendar, I think this is actually spread out pretty well. And if they hold true to this calendar, I think it works out for everyone, because you'll have just enough to buy everyone minus Guy, unless you already bought Guy, or minus Romulus, because you don't like Romulus. Or you could just save up 760 emblems and then buy Milim Milim and then dump all of these shards into her that you want. I mean, that's also possible. 100% capable. I don't really recommend it, but I mean, if you love Milim like I love Milim, you might. But that's just me. We have Milim, we have Ramers, we have Guy, we have the next confirmed unit, and then we have 4 more units to come, probably by the end of the year. We have a lot of currency coming, and they're continually increasing the ways for us to gain currency, which I think is very good. I mean, in the beginning of the game, this crap was hard to come by. It was hard to get this crap right here, and so people were just stressing who to buy between the two, because the meta was, just now going, and like, hey, that 15% boost, and that super big heal, but like Valentine's already healing us, but extra damage for Valentine, extra damage for Hakuro, could be good. Milim, she was the first Octagram unit, and we saw her skill set way back when. Like, oh, that's a sweet costume. I really wanted her, and I bought her. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this kind of this spread right here? Do you think this next unit will be light? And if it is light, do you think it'll be Leon because they're just going to kind of be lazy about it and match up the typing to the Lord and all that dropped in their specific meta? Do you think it could be someone else? I don't really see... I'm not going to try and speculate who this is going to be. I think it's going to be Leon, but I don't know if it'll be Valentine or if it'll be Dino or fucking even Rimuru at this point. It could be one of them. Could be DeGruel, or however you want to say his name. I don't really know. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me hear your speculations on this. Are you going to keep saving, or are you going to buy everyone as they come out because we'll most likely have enough to get mostly everyone? Let me know in the comments. But for now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.